Monika's been dreaming about seeing the famous tulip fields in the Netherlands for years. So lately I thought, why not to make this dream come true and turn it into a real adventure. So we took a small plane and despite of some not cooperating weather at the beginning, we flew ourselves there. What started as a simple weekend getaway turned into one of the most packed and beautiful trips we've ever taken. We found some amazing spots to chill, stumbled on a McDonald's that any AV geek needs to visit, and we just kept getting surprised the whole way through, positively and negatively.
Basically our hotel is on another side of the highway and it's freaking long.
And also we filled this video with lots of useful information about how it all came together and how you can do it too. So stick around and let's jump right into it. Today we will fly to the Netherlands, to the airport Lelystad, and we will exactly show you how it works to fly into the Netherlands with airspaces and so on. And we will also visit the tulip fields in surroundings of Amsterdam. We rented a car, I hope it will work, because we rented the option for a pickup on the airport, but still had some problems with documents, so we will see. It will be a nice trip, I guess, one night there, and let's go, I would say. Yeah. So it's still kind of foggy. The sun is already visible, but I think the fog will still need a little while until it's going away. We prepare ourselves. I bring the barbecue stuff now to the fridge, because tomorrow when we come back we'll make a barbecue on the fire here. Yeah, the forecast predicted that it should already be better now, but it's not. But it's so typical here in northern Germany, the fog is always going away later than it should. I already made a delay message for our flight plan. So the plane is packed and we are basically ready, but the weather is not ready yet. So we need to refuel now, and I hope that the sky will clear up soon because it's getting warmer now and everywhere around us the fog is disappearing already. I will delay the flight plan once again. I hope we can depart at 10:30 instead of 9, what we planned initially. Let's go to the fuel station. So it's already now 10:20. The fog starts to disappear slowly. We see more and more blue sky there in the far distances of the sky.
Literally very far.
Over Hamburg is already clear sky, so just like 10-20 kilometers in this direction. I think we can maybe go in like 10 minutes. We already received the information that our car is at the tower building, so that's also very good. So I guess we can slowly jump into the plane and let it run warm and then depart when it's clear.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, let's talk for short about the route while we taxi to the runway. We will fly directly to the west and south of Wittmond and almost overfly Emden airport, and there we will cross the border to the Netherlands. We will overfly Groningen CTR and then basically just straight to a mic control point or reporting point of the control zone of Lelystad, and then follow the approach, probably X-ray and runway 05. Arrivals are always on mic there, and departures always on Bravo, I think. So weather clears up, still a few clouds here, but there are many holes we can climb through, and then we are above, and the rest of our route is basically clear of clouds. Den Ausgang angerollt auf die 27 und Start. Full power. Power is set, rotations okay, all instruments in green, and airspeed is alive. Okay, let's take this hole there.
Yep.
Oh, how beautiful is this? Look, there are the power poles of on the Elbe looking out.
Oh wow.
So we will soon climb on 4,500 feet. This will be our cruise for today. And in the Netherlands, you start with flight level already above 3,500. So we will then be on flight level for 5. Yeah, our first time going to Netherlands by plane. I was quite impressed by all the airspaces you can see on the map in the Netherlands, especially around Amsterdam Schiphol. There's a TMA basically all around Schiphol, which starts at 1,500 feet, even sometimes at 1,200, I think. It's an alpha airspace, so VFR is generally forbidden or prohibited in this airspace.
This was such a nice departure.
Yeah, amazing, huh?
Yeah.
Check. What? Hallo? Ich sehe, ach so, da, ja, okay.
Weirdo.
There was a little explosive surprise waiting for us in Emden, close to the border.
Wait, so what? There is a bomb?
But before, let's just come back to the airspaces in the Netherlands for short. On the first view, it looks quite overwhelming, but it's not that hard actually. The whole country is covered in a TMZ, a transponder mandatory zone, starting from 1,200 feet. But unlike in Germany, there are usually no TMZ procedures. In most cases. We will come back to that. So all you need to do is operate a Mod S transponder, squawk VFR 7000 and contact Flight Information Service on the corresponding frequency. We enter Dutch airspace close to Groningen, so we need to contact Eelde approach for Flight Information Service, since the TMA there is controlled by them. As we overfly Groningen-Eelde CTR, we are in this airspace, but no clearance is necessary because we are flying in airspace Echo. As we leave the Groningen TMA, we turn towards Lelystad and contact Dutch Mill Info for FIS. Basically, in the most parts of Netherlands, you will be on Dutch Mill Info. As you also may have seen, there are many restricted areas as well. So many areas are temporary restricted areas, so TRAs, so they are not always active and activated by no times or fixed times. That means often on the weekends they are not activated. Other restricted areas are low flying areas and just reaching up few hundred feet, so they are also not a factor for us. So you see, it's getting a little bit clearer now. And now, before you fall asleep of too much theory here, let's jump back to the flight and talk about the airspaces around Amsterdam later. Okay, we are now 10 minutes before the border. In front of us is Emden. They told us there's a bomb disposal.
Did Emden already tell you about the bomb disposal?
Wait, so what? There is a bomb?
Yeah.
How interesting.
Yeah. There's no NOTAM, but they recommend to avoid it, yeah. So we make a little curve to the left now that we will not directly fly above it. But then we are basically already by the Dutch border here, just over the water. And then we will call Eelde approach. Eelde approach, Delta Echo Golf, Oscar Tango, hello.
Delta Echo Golf, Oscar Tango, Eelde approach, hello.
Delta Echo Golf, Oscar Tango, Grumman Alpha, Alpha 5, 2 POV on a VFR flight plan to Echo Hotel Lima Echo. Now south of Emden, short before crossing the border in flight level 45, inbound X-ray of Groningen CTR.
Delta Oscar Tango, roger, flight info, information Zulu QNH 1024.
QNH 1024, Delta Echo Golf, Oscar Tango. So we're now on Eelde approach, just now crossing the border to the Netherlands. And for now we will continue to X-ray of Eelde CTR and then turn left, kinda direct of Mike of Lelystad. And then we are already close to Amsterdam, and we will directly overfly one of the big areas where you have the tulip fields. So this will be kind of nice.
Do you already have the second frequency?
Not yet, no. Second frequency will be Dutch Mill Info. 132350.
Oh, this is military information?
Yeah, but it's a normal flight information service here.
Interesting. On the right side, I can still see some islands.
Yeah, so the islands continue. There's Borkum, and then here we have the Dutch islands. So it's basically like Germany with the islands.
Very nice.
The last one will be Texel.
Oh!
Texel will be, we will fly there in 1 month for the fly-in cinema, hopefully.
Yeah.
So the tulip fields. I'm waiting for you.
Still a little bit to
Please
go.
just one.
Here, not yet.
But there's none.
No, they will be when we come close to Amsterdam.
There are already.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh my god! You're freaking kidding me.
Cool.
This is so beautiful.
Yeah.
I told you. Oh my god. They're on the left side also.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Wow. Oh my god. That something like this makes fun immediately.
Yeah, I didn't tell you yet. Lelystad is below sea level, 12 feet below. So it will be for now the lowest airport I've ever landed on.
Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango, you're leaving the ILDA TMA. Frequency change approved. Have a nice flight.
Frequency change approved. Thank you very much, Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango. Dutch info, Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango, hello.
Delta Golf Victor Tango additional.
Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango, Grumman Alpha FR5 to POV on a VFR flight plan to Echo Hotel Lima Echo. Just left the ILDA TMA to the southwest, descending 2,000 feet out of flight level 45.
Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango, roger. Transit level is at 40, QNH 1024. Flight info.
QNH 1024, Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango. Okay, we are now on Dutch info. They're a bit harder to understand. And the next frequency will already be Lelystad Tower. So it's the 13518. There will be many fields.
So freaking many.
Yeah.
So as we get closer to the dense airspace area around Amsterdam, let's take a short look at it. Schiphol is the 4th biggest airport in Europe with runways in all directions, so that's why it has a huge TMA around it with alpha airspace, prohibited for VFR flights, usually, going down to 1,500 feet. So for us it means we need to get below it. And under this TMA sits a TMZ reaching down to 500 feet, and this TMZ has a difference that you need to squawk 7020 and monitor Amsterdam information on 124.3. Additionally, the AIP recommends to stay at least 200 feet below this TMA, so you're basically safe if you fly around 1,300 feet in this area. Just in the north and south of the TMA is an additional delta airspace going down to 1,300 feet, and I really recommend to apply this 200 feet separation, especially in this area, because you will see later in this video. So looking at the approach to Lelystad, we see that we underfly the TMA and be in the TMZ of Amsterdam, but we don't need to apply the procedure because we are already on the approach to Lelystad, and then you don't need to do it because you're already on the tower frequency. Now, the airport has fixed approach and departure routes, so for approach you need to enter the CTR via Mike in the north, follow the highway to X-ray on 1,500 feet, and then ATC will give you further instructions like enter downwind, for example. Also, you will get a sequence number for traffic like number 2, and only if you get this sequence number you're allowed to turn base. So let's watch the approach and talk about the official and unofficial departure, which we used later.
So, cabin, carburetor on, landing lights on, fuel pump on. We're short before the approach to Lelystad. And we go over Mike as planned. Kind of much traffic now at the frequency.
But it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Yeah.
We're now on 1,500 feet. He already knew what we were going to do. So we just called and he said, yeah, Mike arrival, blah blah. Then I go back, look at some position, Mike, 1,500 feet.
Delta Oscar Tango, that's copied. You might see traffic on the other side of the highway and E68 on the survey flight.
Traffic inside Delta Oscar Tango. So it's basically just along the channel here.
Yeah.
So when we are here over the fabrics, I think there it's X-ray, and then we should turn left into the downwind. I mean, not this fabric, but they're behind the smaller one. This is, looks like it can be this one. Because it's right in the middle of the airport.
Okay.
Delta Oscar Tango position X-ray 1,500 feet.
Delta Oscar Tango, turn left and downwind information on 1,000 feet.
1 left hand downwind, runway 05, 1000 feet, Delta Oscar Tango. So let's go down. Delta Oscar Tango downwind, runway 05, 1000 feet.
Delta Oscar Tango number 1.
Was hat sie gesagt?
Number 1.
Delta Oscar Tango number 1. So we have our sequence number, we're number 1, and then we are allowed to turn base. Okay, so let's take the energy away. Delta Oscar Tango turning base, runway 05.
Delta Oscar Tango, wind 12 degrees, 3 knots, runway 05, clear to land.
Runway 05, clear to land, Delta Oscar Tango.
Delta Oscar Tango, vacate Sierra 4, taxi to Delta, the marshaller is waiting for you.
Delta is here.
Ah, there's a marshal, I guess.
Alright.
Yeah, we arrived. Best weather. Already we met the contact here from Instagram. Maybe he will give us some tips now.
He gave already.
He gave already, yeah. And we will see how we get our car. I don't know yet.
I guess it will be pretty easy. Woo.
The keys for the car were already placed by the staff in a building and we could just take it. Here we also met Floris, who's a local there flying in Lelystad, and he gave us plenty of information about the airport, the procedures they do there, and everything around. So thank you very much for all your information. And also thank you very much to our followers on Instagram, who also gave us very many detailed information about departure procedures, how to fly in the Amsterdam CTR, and so on and so on. So it was really helpful for us. Thank you very much.
It is so freaking hot.
Yeah. We just drove around 15 minutes to our hotel on a highway rest stop. Sounds really awful, but it was actually really nice and peaceful.
Let's go. Oh my god. You're kidding me.
Welcome to our water lodge here. It's kind of crazy when you think about that we are basically at the highway. It's just a parking at the highway. And they have this hotel here and you just, by the water, you don't hear the highway at all. And have a view onto the water. And this is where we stay today night.
And it's really small and beautiful. I mean, you have everything you need. You have a bath tube, you have a toilet, you have small kitchen. I think we even have like small, yeah, something.
You have a fridge.
And everything. And here you have the outside area. So nice. Yeah. So now we are heading to the McDonald. One of you on TikTok, someone was recommending it to us that it's a great spotting place. So we are now driving to the McDonald.
It's directly on the runway of Schiphol Airport.
Exactly. And then just afterwards we will be heading to the tulip fields. Yeah.
Yes.
So really exciting.
So they are landing on runway 36, right? As it seems.
And we are there.
And we are here. So
Yep. So we always see how they are rolling out. Yeah, but not that much from takeoffs and landings. But it's anyway pretty nice to see here.
totally. There's an A380.
Oh my god! But it's flying
But
just over.
it departed.
Oh, okay. So we've now arrived to the Tulip Barn. It's amazing, as you can see, because we were a little bit worried, at least I seen some of the opinions that there are not so many tulips, but there are so freaking many, and we have the best weather. And I don't know.
There are even fields which are bigger, but
Yeah.
it still looks beautiful.
Yeah, this is one of the fields which you can just enter basically careless, I would say, because other ones are private and you can really destroy the fields if you are just like running through them, spread the diseases and so on. So this is the one that you can just book and you're free to enter it, to run through the fields, and yeah.
Right? So I was just randomly looking on the maps when we wanted to go still somewhere, and I've seen that we are just close to the beach. So now we are in the middle of the dunes and here's the parking, and yeah, we are by the sea now.
This is crazy. I mean...
Oh, ich hätte hier reinfahren müssen. Naja. Was ist das, ne? So we generally thought that we will make an evening flight over Amsterdam today, but yeah, now with the tulip fields and now we drove here to the beach. It's 1 hour to sunset, so we will not make it. But we think about maybe tomorrow we can somehow fly a different route back home, and maybe around Amsterdam we will see. Yeah, I forgot my jacket. It's getting a little fresh now, so I hope that soon we go home and have a still calm evening there at the water, and tomorrow we already fly back.
It smells amazing here, it's such amazing atmosphere, pretty great bars, and the prices are also good.
Yeah, that's true.
We were paying €5 for alcohol-free cocktails, which is pretty good. In Hamburg we would pay twice of that.
Yes.
So, oh my god. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Oh, wow. Holy moly. Oh my god. I think I will study architecture. Oh my god. Ooh.
Architecture.
Architecture. I'll become architect. Oh my god. Like, yeah, so beautiful. Yeah, so basically our hotel is on another side of the highway, and it's freaking blocked. Like, the whole highway is blocked. There is no single car. We don't know why, but we are not really happy about that. We are tired. All our things are there, and yeah, it's looking very bad because the highway is basically the only way you can get to our hotel. So yeah. Well, okay.
How do we...
How do we get here?
I mean,
because it's on this side.
Kijk, bijna 5 kilometer hier. Deze hotel of ik weet niet. 5 kilometer.
Ja, aber
Da fahren keine Autos.
wenn wir jetzt hier links, dann fahren wir wieder in die falsche Richtung. Jetzt lassen wir hingekommen. Dreh völlig durch, ne? Und du?
Yeah.
Hi.
We have a problem. We have a hotel on this side.
Okay.
By the fuel station there.
Yes. Yeah. You can follow me.
Okay.
We drive slowly.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, I mean, we are getting escorted.
By the first entrance to the highway, there was one guy. He couldn't speak English and he couldn't help us. He just said, drive there somewhere.
No, he said just drive there and left and then you will be on the highway. Yeah, but
we
he
were...
didn't understand we are on the wrong side of the highway.
Yeah. So now we drove to the next entrance and here was someone really helpful. He understood us, he could speak English, and now he's escorting us to the hotel because they just closed the whole highway here for construction.
What?
I must admit, I was like, all our stuff is in the hotel and we cannot get to the hotel because there is no other way than going via highway. Oh yeah. Guys, we just discovered the downside of having a hotel at the highway. Oh, I'm so happy that we're here now. Cause
we were wondering that there were no cars on another side, and in the same time Google was showing that the highway was like fully blocked and red and everything.
Yeah, but we've seen already that there were construction vehicles, and I thought that I knew immediately that it's closed, this line here, and it was already after we passed here by this hotel, and I was already for sure thinking we will need to look for a different hotel, and all our stuff is here and whatever.
We were just happy to enjoy this evening with our beautiful view for the lake and listen to the birds, and then this comes, and this was just, oh my god.
Yeah, and tomorrow in the morning it will be free again, the highway, so then we can drive to the airport and everything is okay.
But what the heck?
It was a short, slight panic moment.
But at the end it worked pretty funny.
It worked. Yeah.
I mean, how often do you get escorted on an empty highway?
Yeah. I must say, I mean, we are only 2 days in Netherlands. At first it sounds not so spectacular, but for now it was kinda...
I mean, 2 days, even 1 day.
Yeah, one day.
At all, like, oh.
Many things happened.
So many great things.
Yeah. See ourselves tomorrow, and
yeah.
So we are now on a breakfast, and Monika's a bit tired.
For me, it's a breakfast, not a breakfast.
Flight is prepared. Today we don't fly back the straight way. We will go via Amsterdam, actually, along the coast also, and then cross to the northeast to the islands, and then we fly all the islands, almost all the islands, from Ameland to Bangerooge, and then the normal way back home. Yeah, flight plan is scheduled for 13 local, but we will see. Maybe we will go for a short hike here and then to the airfield. Maybe we will depart a bit later, we will see. So, we are just hiking around here in the backyard. Nice, it's a warm summer day today. We are basically short before driving to the airport. Yeah, I can introduce you a little bit more into our plan today for the flight. As I said, we will not fly directly back. We will depart. We will request a direct to the west, to the city of Almere. Let us get a little deeper into this. So the departure over Almere is not an official one. Usually you fly south over Bravo and then continue. As I said before, the guys who we talked to said, okay, if you want to fly into the CTR of Amsterdam, the shortest way is to request Almere approach. So you just go straight to the city of Almere, which is directly at the edge of the control zone into the direction of Amsterdam. From there we will fly inbound the Pampus VR and request crossing the Schiphol CTR through the Amsterdam sector via the city center and Roodhop. In the north we will then underfly the Delta airspace starting at 1,300 feet, so we would stay at maximally 1,100 feet. But it's basically only fields around there, so plenty of landing fields if the engine quits and the terrain is on sea level or below. So for example, Lelystad is on 12 feet below sea level, so we basically don't have really many obstacles there. Our course then takes us to the coast, which we will follow to the north until we leave the TMA of Amsterdam behind us. Then we will turn right to the northeast and climb to flight level 55 to fly along the so-called Afsluitdijk. I hope I pronounced it correctly.
Afsluitdijk.
It's the 32-kilometer long dam connecting North Holland to Friesland. After that we will cross the Waddenzee to the islands and follow them all the way into Germany until the last island, Wangerooge. From there it's just 30 more minutes over the mainland and then we are back at Uetersen.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
When we arrived at the airport, we realized that we still wanted to visit the Aviodrome Museum directly at the airport of Lelystad, so we stopped for a fast visit. So we are just spontaneously decided to go to this museum because we basically forgot it. It's the aviation museum directly here on the Lelystad airport. And we are just under a 747 from KLM. It's really amazing to stand so close to an airport, and inside there are also so many old airplanes, DC-6, Fokkers, whatever. So many things here. It's really interesting. If you're here, I recommend you to come here.
We don't have too much time, but...
We don't have too much time because soon we want to fly.
Yes.
But yeah, really, it's really a cool museum, I would say.
Yeah, there's everything you want. Also space.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, the airport parking was just one street further and we returned the car keys by the airport staff. And basically everything was really easy at Lelystad airport and the people were very friendly. At the end we paid around 47 euros at the airport in total.
2.5. QNH 1017 hectopascal.
Lelystad delivery, Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango, hello.
Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango, Lelystad delivery, een hele goede dag.
Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango, Grumman Alpha for 5, 2 POB on the VFR flight plan to Echo Delta Hotel Echo on Apron Delta. Request departure direct Almere, altitude 1,200 feet.
Unfortunately, the camera will overheat now because it was directly in the sun, but it's important to say here that we needed to request startup before turning on the engine.
Taxi holding point, Sierra 1, runway 23, Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango.
Oscar Tango, Sierra 1, line up and wait, runway 23 in sequence.
Line up and wait, runway 23 in sequence, Delta Oscar Tango.
Oscar Tango, direct Almere 1,500 feet below, the wind 130 degrees, 6 knots, runway 23 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 23 cleared for takeoff and confirm, direct Almere, Delta Oscar Tango.
Delta Oscar Tango, A firm, 1,500 feet below.
1,500 or below, Delta Oscar Tango. Schiphol Tower, Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango, hello.
Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango, Schiphol Tower, go ahead.
Delta Echo Golf Oscar Tango, Grumman Alpha FF5, 2 POB on the VFR flight plan to Echo Delta Hotel Echo. Just departed Lelystad, inbound Pampus VR, request to cross Amsterdam sector via city center and Roodhop.
Wolf, Oscar Tango, stay outside please, not possible due to survey flight within the CTR.
Yeah, okay, we didn't get the permission to enter control zone of Amsterdam, so we will fly around it.
So now we're exactly under this Delta airspace, starting at 1,300 feet. And now you see why it's important to leave this 200 feet space between you and the TMA, because the big airplanes are turning here to the final of Schiphol Airport if they have the 1.8 in use. And they got really close to us. It was really impressive.
So beautiful here.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god. It's so freaking beautiful.
Now we are reaching the dam here, so soon we will reach also the islands, and then we will just fly along all the islands back home. And basically there's even not that much traffic, so if our engine would quit, I guess we don't have to land in the water. Just looks amazing here with these islands. A little bit like in the Caribbean.
We enjoyed the views for the rest of the flight and I hope you do as well. In the end of May we will come back for the fly-in cinema on Texel and maybe we will see us there. If you like this kind of content, please let us know in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you next time.